What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay back with another video. If you like my videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. But today's video is how to make the perfect PvP build for you. I made a video probably like a week ago displaying how you can make the perfect PvE build. So this is a follow-up video talking about strictly PvP. So I hope you guys are excited about this, but let's get straight into the video. So I would say one of the first things when it comes to making a perfect PvP build is knowing what's the best builds out right now. So I know before the fix to Predator Mark and Nomad, it was Nomad, Pred, and Striker. Of course, those were the best builds, and the reason why you need to know what's the best builds out is because if you don't plan on running those builds, it's kind of helpful to know what makes those builds so strong and what attracts people to actually run those builds. So for example, Predator Mark. The reason why people love Predator Mark is because you can get insane bleed of somebody just within a couple shots. The reason why they love Nomad is because you can have insane survivability. The reason why people love Striker is because you have the healing and you have the damage on top of that. So you knowing what's the best builds will make it easy to counter, and that kind of brings it into my next point, is thinking about counters for the most used builds. So way back when, like I said, Predator, Striker, and Nomad were like the biggest things. For Predator Mark, you just really needed to run an immune station, and you would just you wouldn't have a long fight with those type of people. You would just run down on them and you'll try to end the fight as quickly as possible so you can save your med kits and everything like that. With Striker, you would just make sure you have disrupt sticky, or you would just make sure you low-key keep your distance because people will run around with Striker shotgun, or maybe even run a shock turret to slow them down. And for Nomad, it just added on relentless damage because Nomads didn't really have like a ton of DPS like these other builds. So that's where knowing the builds, thinking about the counters when you're making your build, they don't have to fit all the counters, but like this way you know like the concept of your build, you know your strengths and your weaknesses of your build before even getting into a fighting situation. Because once you're in PvP, it's pretty fast paced. It's gonna be hard for you to make adjustments if you don't know your strengths and your weaknesses of your build. I would say another thing is like thinking about what skills you want to like revolve your build around. So this could be, you could be running skills that might want to counter like Predator Mark. So are you going to make a counter build to Predator Mark, or are you going to make a counter build to Striker, or this is just going to be a strictly like DPS focused build? That's something you want to know. The reason why you want to know that ahead of time is so you're not re-rolling stuff, because you're going to waste a lot of money optimizing. You're going to waste a lot of division tech. It's just better to know ahead of time sooner than later. So that's something that you want to know. For example, it's like if you plan on running combatant on your gun, you might want to run booster shot. If you're going to run booster shot, then you might want to run a vigorous chest piece. And if you're going to run a vigorous chest piece with booster shot, you might want to have a little bit of skill power, and that'll be icing on the cake. So you can kind of like see if that works, if that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, leave that in the comment sections below, and I can help you guys with that. So another thing you want to also take in consideration is it going to be a group play build, or is it strictly going to be a solo build? So now this kind of comes in handy when you're looking at your talents and how you want to run them. So like pulses don't stack. They haven't been able to stack for a while now, so that would be like one thing for sure. You would try to make sure like if somebody on your team is already running pulse, you're not running pulse too. Like it would totally defeat the purpose, and it'd just be a waste of a skill. So if you're running group play and you know the group that you're running with, I would just say if you're spec and you have prototype mods improving the pulse, it's like let people know like, hey, my build is dedicated to running pulse. That kind of goes for like skirmish or dark zone. In skirmish, you're definitely going to be on the team. On dark zone, you might be by yourself. or you could be with a team. So that's something to just keep in mind, because that makes a huge difference in like how you're gonna spec and how you actually, well, it makes a huge difference in how much skill power you want to have on top of that. Because I mean, it doesn't, at the end of the day, Division is kind of like a team-based game, and it doesn't really matter how good you are if you're going against a team. Like a well-rounded team can take down any like very good player. And if you don't believe that, then you are crazy. And last but not least, one of the most important things is knowing what works, right? So for example, when you're specking, knowing that enemy armor damage does not go with PvP, right? Because then you're just wasting slots. Also when you're specking, knowing that all resistance is trash, or knowing that I mean, lately I haven't really seen too many predator marks, so running a ton of exotic damage resilience is really no point. Those would save you stat rolls for like other things that you can prioritize in your builds. So really just researching or just asking people questions like, what's useful in PvP? If you're running, honestly, I stick by what I said like a while ago. I love skill haste. Skill haste is probably one of the best things that you can spec for. I would definitely put critical hit chance first, ahead of that, just for like damage sake, unless you're like a healer or something. But just knowing what works, what doesn't work for PvP, because PvP is definitely different from PvE in a sense where PvE is kind of like straightforward. It's damage to elites, enemy armor damage, ferocious, destructive, like all that type of stuff is kind of like a gimme. And you can really run any gun that you want in PvE, and you won't be like burned by it. But if you run PvP and you run the wrong gun, it's GG. Like it's over with. So just really knowing what guns work, what guns don't work, what talents work the best, what talents that you might not want to use because they're not as helpful as like other talents. But that pretty much sums up this video. I don't want to keep you guys too long. It's your boy Jay. Hopefully it's helped you guys out in terms of making the perfect PvP build for you. I'm going to have more content dropping soon. You can expect a video dropping on Saturday, probably early morning Saturday, so look forward to that. I think it may be a build video because I have a build video that I've been like working on. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for post notifications. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.